Hey you, today I'm talking about 6 fashion items I no longer buy. These aren't just like the trendy items that have just gone out of trend. These are just pieces that I've learned either don't work for my body, do not work for my budget, just lessons in general that I've learned, and some of them I've learned pretty recently. So the first thing I want to talk about are cheap sunglasses. Now when I'm talking about cheap sunglasses, that doesn't mean I think sunglasses should be expensive or that you should only buy like designer sunglasses. Not at all, but I just think investing a little bit more in your eyewear really just creates a nice clean look. It's kind of like if you're wearing a nice outfit and then you top it off with some cheap looking eyeglasses. I don't know why I keep calling them eyeglasses. Sunglasses. If you polish them off with a cheap pair of sunglasses, even if they're super trendy like these ones were, which is why I bought them, I actually don't think that makes the outfit look trendier. I think it ends up taking away and it more being of a distraction rather than enhancing the outfit. This video isn't sponsored, but I love Key Australia sunglasses for this reason. You can get them at really good prices between $40 and $60, sometimes like $75 or $80, and they add to your outfit rather than taking them away. Another fashion item I no longer buy are scarves. I had a much bigger scarf collection years ago that I have since whittled down to I think 8, and even that I feel like I could make even smaller. I think it's good to have maybe a couple that you can pair with a large coat if it's really cold out, but as for like just wearing around as part of my outfit, not anymore. And especially right now, I do feel like scarves are less worn than they used to be. But in general, I just think that scarves, whenever you add a scarf to an outfit, unless it's a really, really nice scarf, like a cashmere scarf, or it has a really nice pattern that works perfectly, I don't think it really adds anything to an outfit. Coat, jacket, when you're outside in the cold, keeping you warm, yes. But with a cardigan or, like a camisole, the camisole cardigan scarf look that we were all wearing a few years ago. I think now instead of a scarf, I'd rather opt for jewelry or creating a nice color palette in my outfit or nice textures. Another way to add that kind of cozy warmth that I think scarves were adding to outfits without having to put just like a piece of fabric over my neck. I'd probably say the other thing I no longer buy that often are just a ton of inexpensive shoes. And I have been such a culprit of this, of creating huge shoe collections and you just wear the shoes a few times and then they start falling apart. But again, I think they end up distracting from your outfit more than they add. Your shoes are one of the first things people notice about your outfit, whether or not they consciously are looking at your shoes, but it kind of sets the stage for everything above. So if you have a really great outfit and then kind of some old ratty shoes, it's really doing a disservice to the outfit and to your look in general and all of the effort and money you put into everything else that you're wearing. If the shoes that you're wearing just aren't matching the quality or an above quality of what you're wearing, I think it just kind of almost clashes. And then again, that's not saying I buy expensive shoes. Like sometimes I do like to invest in some footwear sometimes, but I love a good sale. But there's just also like a good price point where I feel like, yeah, this will be a good shoe. Maybe it's not a fantastic shoe, but I know I'm gonna be really happy with it for at least a season or two. And then speaking of a shoe that I no longer buy at all, let's talk about some over-the-knee boots, shall we? Are these going out of style? Can we officially call these not trendy? I don't know. That's not why I don't buy them anymore. I actually just don't think they're that flattering. Unless you have really long, really skinny legs and you're wearing something super short, I don't think these are doing any good service to anything. I feel like they come to my thighs at a place where I don't always want a nice line straight across my thighs. And even though I found ways to keep them up using some double-sided tape, some of them have ties on the back, which I don't actually like the look of either. It's just, to me, it's just too much. It doesn't work on my body. And I think it's a really trendy look. We're gonna look back on it and think, wow, that was a really trendy thing that we all did, and now we don't do it anymore. The other thing I no longer buy is more of a detail, and that is anything smocked. Mostly I see things smocked around the waist, and the reason I don't like that is because I'm short-waisted. So anything that goes smocked down here, it's never like coming to the right place. It always kind of goes in and then it hits my hips and then goes straight back out. Or if it ends above where my hips are, then it's showing off the lower belly, which is not an area I love to show off. Another area you see a lot of smocked things are around the bust. And I feel like if you have a slightly larger bust like I do, then it just doesn't look right. It always seems a bit too big, and then if there isn't any smocking underneath, then it just kind of makes you look weirdly boxy when it's tied up here. I don't know, I just can't get smockage to work for my body. And that's okay. My wallet cannot afford for me to participate in every trend anyway. All right, this is somewhat of a trendier one, but hear me out. The next one I no longer buy are large brim hats. You know, the blogger look of like having that nice wide brim fedora. I was so excited when I found mine. It wasn't all that expensive and it's really good quality. I ironed out the rim. I just felt so cool having one. I don't know what it is about this, but I often think this doesn't work in most outfits. There are some I think it definitely works in, but in general, I think if you just have one of these, you're good. You don't need to go buy a bunch. Just one wide brim hat, one felt, you know, kind of stiff wide brim hat is good. You know, having like one nice large brim sun hat is a good one, but in general, I think smaller hats are a little bit more timeless and ones that you're not always gonna look back on and regret buying or wearing. And frankly, they're easier to travel with, they're easier to drive in a car with. I'd love to know if there are any fashion items you no longer buy. Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.